have been filling this place up for the past few hours, wrapping up the tailgate, and fired up for what ought to be a sensational clash. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Green. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Bringing it back, it's Fisher. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense set on first down. Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Steps away to find some room. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Hill. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Running for it on 4th down. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
And the Razorbacks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Green. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's got his man. Touchdown, Arkansas! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try it over the left side. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position. Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Let's see what they've got on second down. On the run, it's Green. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era, just guys that toted the rock with some physicality, just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
The Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Green. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This should be the last play of the quarter. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Just about set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. And yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Got it in the middle. It's Stevens. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they are looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season. And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
And the Razorbacks are on the move. On the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. They show you right there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their foot.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his feet to buy time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Green. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Finds his man, and they convert. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Extending the play. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse. And this...
It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. He's looking to throw it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll throw it on first down. Dances away, trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Avoids pressure, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. With jet sweep pass. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires into traffic, intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. He breaks a tackle. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Got his man on the outside. Turns it on at midfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down, 10 yards to go. Back to throw, it's Wegman. And they got him for the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On second down, he's looking downfield. The short hands, it's Allen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team. Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it And listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down, using the quick game. And the Razorbacks get enough for the first down.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The back goes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit to them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get the juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good on the other side. Well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the boot, looking for his man. He unleashes a long one. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking for space. It's Russell. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Taking it the other way, just keeps moving. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all off season. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.